There's the white flag. Only one more lap to go. Can number 3 Pontiac hold the lead for one more lap? The fans are on their feet as number 26 Ford roars after the leader. Goldsmith misses a turn. Turner is in sight. Goldsmith gets back onto the track with Turner only yards behind him. Goldsmith streaks for the checkered flag and wins the closest race ever run on Daytona's beach and road course.
Pearson zooms out of the second turn on his way to the white flag. And suddenly, something does happen. Rubber goes flying as Pearson's right rear tire blows on the backstretch. There's no time to stop. It's all or nothing at all. Pearson has got to get that Pontiac under the white flag and then clear around the mile-and-a-half track again with nothing but hot, battered metal holding up the right rear side of his car, limiting his speed to a mere 40 miles an hour. At last. But meanwhile, Roberts is pouring it on, coming almost 100 miles an hour faster in a furious attempt to beat Pearson's crippled car to the checkered flag. For Pearson's pit crew, every second is torture, but they can only pray. Don't stop. Please, don't stop. Roberts is cutting deeply into Pearson's lead. On, and with sparks flying as he struggles down the home stretch a final time, takes the checkered flag. What a race! What a day for David Pearson and mechanic Ray Fox.
To take the white flag, signaling one lap to go. Ray Fox cars have won on every big track on the NASCAR circuit, except Darlington. This must be the longest 35 seconds in his life. There's the checkered flag. Buck Baker wins the Southern 500 for the third time. Buck Baker wheels his Dodge number 3 to the winner's circle where he's been twice before. Baker has completed 6,500.
As he moves up on the back of Jimmy Means, the white flag's out. He's starting to take it easy now. He's breaking his rhythm just a little bit. The move by Jimmy Means. He's down into turn 1. Everybody else is still strung out. There may be a battle between car number 90, Vic Brooks, and Kyle Petty in 7 as they battle for a top 5 position. Ricky Rudd, he's through the S's right now. He doesn't appear to be running as quick as he was on the previous laps. He's being quite careful. He's not going to hang the car out there. He's not going to jeopardize anything. For Ricky Rudd can see the dollar signs now. He can smell victory. It's eluded him since he started racing in 1975. He won a race earlier this year at Dover Downs, Delaware, a late model sportsman race as a preliminary to the Mason-Dixon 500. He's down the back straightaway. What a feeling he must have right now. I imagine there's probably a tear running down his cheek because it's taken a long time for the son of Al Rudd to reach victory lane. A beautiful shot now as he comes through the dog leg. He heads for turn number 9. He looks sharp. The Monte Carlo SS, the Piedmont pacemaker, the pride of Chesapeake, Virginia, is on his way. You have to have feelings and emotion for a young driver like this who has persevered and persevered, and he's around for the finish. Harold Kinder waves a checkered flag. He has his hand out of the window for Ricky Rudd. It's his first victory ever coming here at Riverside, California. Second place goes to Bill Elliott. Third place, car number 3.
Lap to go. As this tremendous group of cars thunders into turn number 1. Terry Labonte in front. Earnhardt is there in second. Then in third, it's Buddy Baker on the outside. Bobby Allison is in fourth. Harry Gaddis on the inside in fifth. At 200 miles an hour, all of these cars contesting for the lead. Earnhardt closes ground. He's going to try the high side. Earnhardt going to turn 3 at 200 miles an hour. Winds it up. Fires it in there. And It's Earnhardt going in front. Baker to second. Labonte back to third. It is still Allison in fourth. And now on the inside, Terry Labonte begins to move. Labonte back to second as they switch positions and shuffle down out of the turn. Dale
Right for Earnhardt. They're racing for second back there. He opened the door for Earnhardt.
As they come out of the tri-oval, headed for the line. The question will be, who will be second? The checkered flag belongs today to the Richard Childress crew. Dale Earnhardt has done it again. The first man to ever win it 2 years in a row. Dale Earnhardt's crowd on pit road, ecstatic.
White flag is being extended. White flag is out.
Remember that Earnhardt lost by a car length to Benny Parsons here in March. He may win it by 4 or 5 lengths today.
Certainly looks like he has things well in hand as he carries about a 10-car length lead down the backstretch and goes into the third turn for the final time.
Okay, this is it for all the marbles. $336,000 at stake. And Dale Earnhardt, who's been outside on this race, the Atlanta Journal 500, is about to step into victory lane. He's out of turn number 4. Coming down, checkered flag is unfurled, and Earnhardt takes it home.
Number 11, Waltrip, closes in. As they go to the first turn, Waltrip onto Bodine. Earnhardt draws away by 4 car lengths.
And Darrell Waltrip is going to try it on the inside, going in the third corner. Bodine shuts him off.
Last lap, off turn number 4 to win the Richmond 400. It will be, for the first time in his racing career, Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt has done it.
It's the 1 more lap to go signal for Dale Earnhardt. He moves the car into turn 1. Keeps it in the middle of the racetrack through turn 2 and on to the backstretch. Ricky Rudd still several car lengths behind. There's clear sailing for Dale Earnhardt. He comes off of the 4th corner. The checkered flag is out. Dale Earnhardt wins the Valley Dale 500. Second place is Ricky Rudd, and third spot is going to go to Terry.
Points at Dale Earnhardt. Waves the white flag. Earnhardt acknowledges he goes into turn number 1. He is following Darrell Waltrip. Dave Marcus is between Dale Earnhardt and Tim Richmond. Through turn number 3, turn number 4. Here comes Dale Earnhardt. He will sweep both races at the Bristol International Speedway in 1985.
Now a lap down, we'll have to fight off Ricky Rudd for third, and there's 1 lap to go. Earnhardt had Darrell Waltrip was alongside Dale Earnhardt just a moment ago. Can he do it again? Last chance for Waltrip will be in turn 3 and 4. Earnhardt takes them into the corner. Waltrip will be looking low. They're both right down against the curbing, and Earnhardt stutters a bit coming off turn number 4, late getting on the throttle, and Waltrip has no place to go. Earnhardt wins the Goodies 500. His 4th victory for the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Dale Earnhardt is on the lead. And I don't believe that Darrell is going to catch him. Will the car hold under Dale Earnhardt? We continue to watch the battle for third also behind Dale. It is still Bobby Allison in third. And I don't believe that Neil is going to be able to catch Bobby. They come off of corner number 4. There is the third place, Bobby Allison. Dale Earnhardt is on the main straightaway and accepts the checkered flag and wins the Trans-South 500. Waltrip finishes second, Bobby Allison third, and Neil Bonnet winds up
Just as good as a lap at this juncture of the race.
The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. We'll watch Dale Earnhardt and Ricky Rudd down in turn number 2 now. Rudd hangs on to the lead. They come off the 2nd corner and down the backstretch. Earnhardt lengthens his lead to about 5 car lengths. They're in turn 3. Now turn 4, off the corner. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400. Rudd finishes 2nd. Here comes Bodine in 3rd, then Waltrip, and then Joe Ruttman.
He will get the white flag this time by from Harold Kinder. 1 lap to go for Dale Earnhardt to win the Coca-Cola 600. And Dale Earnhardt takes his Wrangler machine into turn 1. He's in the middle of turn 1 now, heading into turn 2. He has no traffic around him. No chance really to get into trouble as he slides by a lapped car there. Dale Earnhardt alone on the racetrack in the middle of the back straightaway. Our battle for 2nd place again is Richmond and Yarborough. Is Yarborough still running 3rd? Heading into turn 3, it's Dale Earnhardt. Earnhardt looks like he can coast home now to the Coca-Cola 600 victory. Earnhardt
Earnhardt. The crowd is on its feet and waving as Earnhardt now on the front straightaway. The checkered flag is out. Dale Earnhardt wins this race, and it's going to be Tim Richmond who takes second from Cale Yarborough. Yarborough will finish third. An exciting finish for second place. Harry Gant is fourth. Darrell Waltrip is fifth.
Harry Gant still fighting the wheel. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Earnhardt as he scoots down into turn number 1. Well, the mustachioed Mooresville resident undoubtedly harboring a great big wicked smile like he has as he goes through that second turn for the last time this afternoon with about a 100-yard advantage over Harry Gant in the Skull Bandit automobile. Well, I certainly hope he and Richard Childress, bookkeeper up in Mooresville and over in Winston-Salem, have got their books out and are ready to reel in some big bucks from this weekend in Charlotte. Here comes Earnhardt. He drives low this time, Ken. Here he is. He still has about a second and a half over Harry Gant. Checkered flag about to come out, and the winner of the Oakwood Homes 500 is Dale Earnhardt. Finishing in second will be Harry Gant.
On himself to be a race driver. 1 lap to go. Back in 1979, Dale Earnhardt won the Rookie of the Year honors in Winston Cup competition, and Neil Bonnet is slowing down on the racetrack. Got to be fuel. Got to be fuel. Neil running in second position in this race. May be out of fuel. Dale Earnhardt is on the backstretch. He won Rookie of the Year in 1979. He came back the next year and won the Winston Cup in 1980. And now, Dale Earnhardt at Atlanta, Georgia on a Sunday afternoon in November wins the Atlanta Journal 500 and wins the Winston Cup for the second time in his career. Dale Earnhardt is champion. And the pit crew goes wild.
Up in those point standings in front of Elliott by a pretty good margin. White flag is out on Earnhardt, on Bodine, on Wallace, Elliott, Labonte coming across the stripe. Final lap for Dale Earnhardt, and right where he met disaster, waving in his last lap. Crash up in turn 3. A crash in 3, getting through it. There's Schrader in the wall, needling his way through. Comes Dale Earnhardt. He's going to win it after a car crashes.
The last time he went into turn number 3. Do you suppose by taking different lines than what he has been accustomed to all day, he's trying to slosh whatever fuel is left there? He is definitely not on the hammer as he has been up to this point, taking it very carefully. About 2/3 of a lap to go. I think it's exactly what he's doing, Larry. I think the car may even be coughing a little bit, burping possibly, sputtering as he comes out of the corners. Elliott is off of it. He's out of it. Now does Earnhardt have enough time to catch him? It's likely that he does. Elliott is practically coasting through 3 and 4. Here comes Dale Earnhardt, definitely at a much higher speed. Dale Earnhardt goes around the out-of-fuel Bill Elliott, and Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Trans-South 500, his second win of 1987. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe it? A half a lap, about 3/4 of a mile, and Bill Elliott would have gotten the checkered flag.
The white flag is displayed by Harold Kinder, the NASCAR starter. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win, his 4th win of 1987 out of 6 races. The only other 2 winners, Ricky Rudd, and of course the winner of the Daytona 500, Bill Elliott. Dale Earnhardt wins the first
High Bank half mile. The white flag comes out. Dale Earnhardt is about to win his 5th race of the year in 7 attempts. Richard Petty, that far behind, is going to come up short, though. Here comes Dale Earnhardt off of turn number 4, and the checkered flag drops. Dale wins another. His 25th career win and his 5th win of 1987.
And white flag from Harold Kinder. One more time, and Earnhardt will set a record, 4 consecutive wins.
6 wins in the first 8 starts.
Just a remarkable show. You know, everybody's going to say, well, sure, Bodine had it won and he spun out and Earnhardt takes the victory. But Dale Earnhardt was there in a position to inherit the lead if something happened to the other guy. It did. And here comes Dale Earnhardt off turn 4. Checkered flag for the victory here in Martinsville on the Sovereign Bank 500. Rusty Wallace will finish second ahead of Jeff Bodine, who is a car length and a half back in third. And the best career
down to the stripe, dropping all the way below the line. Earnhardt getting really fancy as he tries to break the draft, and Allison moves in. Davey Allison definitely closed the ground.
But Earnhardt's car working so well on the low side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2 will let him pick up a little bit of an advantage. It might be enough to hold off Allison's advantage in 3 or 4, but we'll see.
Here they come. Last lap to decide it all. Earnhardt, the defending Winston Cup champion, trying to hold off Davey Allison. Allison is making his move. He closes. He pulls up. He's pulling alongside. Davey Allison on the high side. Earnhardt on the bottom. Here they come to the line. Allison trying to drop low as they come to the line. It will be by 4 or 5 car lengths. Car number 3.
He gave him a thrill.
Earnhardt has done it. Joey Knuckles and his team.
3 headed down for the start-finish line.
1 lap to go. White flag from Harold Kinder. 2.5 miles of racing remaining here on this triangular layout in the Pocono Mountains.
Alan Kulwicki, a half a car length back, Eli, in turn 1. He knows he's got to make his move. This is where his car is the strongest. Can Kulwicki do it? Boom, a little tap again, and Earnhardt is high. Kulwicki on the bottom of the track. They're door to door up to turn 2.
Alan Kulwicki found that inside groove to his liking. He'll try and out-accelerate Earnhardt. Now again, let's watch Kulwicki's car, because coming off turn 2, as we've been telling you, his car has been riding up a little bit. He has the inside lane covered. And again, the car rides up a little bit more. Earnhardt was waiting for it, finds the inside groove, and Dale Earnhardt now pulls off for the lead. And that might have been the experience of Earnhardt, knowing, as we all have been pointing out, exactly what Kulwicki's car has been doing.
And look at this. Earnhardt says, see you, but Kulwicki says, not yet, buddy. We've still got about a half a mile to go.
Off turn 3, the crew is watching. Cecil Gordon and the rest all cheering. Earnhardt will pick up the victory. Alan Kulwicki will finish second. Third, Buddy Baker off the stripe will outdistance Benny Parsons, who finishes 4th. 5th will be Davey
radioed the Richard Childress crew that he wants oxygen immediately when the checkered flag falls, and it will fall next time around. The white flag is out. He's not going to try to do battle with Richard Petty. He's going to let Richard finish on the lead lap in 5th. Dale Earnhardt from Kannapolis, North Carolina, comes off of corner number 4 and takes the checkered flag. Earnhardt has won again in 1987.
Appearance in an ASA race there at the Minnesota State Fair tomorrow. So those drivers are hoping for decent flying weather. Bobby's had his schedule really interrupted by the weekend weather. He had planned to race last night in Somerville, South Carolina. In fact, I was going to fly down there with him to watch the short track race, and that along with everything else in the area.
Move in on Dale Earnhardt. 2 laps to go. We have trouble. A couple of cars together. And Neil Bonnet spins, and we have a tags the wall in turn 1.
And the caution is going to come out on the speedway as the leaders come past. This now is to the win, then. Earnhardt will hold off Waltrip. They get the white flag and the caution from Harold Kinder. You cannot pass under caution, so that now technically was for the win. Darrell Waltrip will not be able to legally pass Earnhardt. He's going past him there, but that is not for position. And there's Neil Bonnet, who brought out that caution on lap number 399.
And remember, now, if the yellow comes out after the white has been displayed, it's anybody's ball game. You can race back to that checker, but the yellow came out before the white. They must hold position, and checkered flag goes to Dale Earnhardt.
The victory is the 11th of the year for Dale Earnhardt in 22 races. He is batting .500, regardless of the sport. That is an awfully impressive number. And 6 short track races this year, 6 victories. And there are the 2 crews involved.
Well, I don't think Wallace can hang on to it.
That time by, Keith. Get this, Dale Earnhardt, 170.37, and I mean, he really had the pedal down that time. 327 laps here in Atlanta. He's running over 170 miles an hour.
Well, if he doesn't wreck between here and the clubhouse or faint, he's won it. It'll be his 32nd victory in Winston Cup Series competition. There it is. Wallace is second. Third place looks as if...
1 lap to go. White flag is out from Harold Kinder, signifying 1 lap remaining for the race leader, Dale Earnhardt.
Earnhardt looking for his 33rd career win and his second win on the year. Over $7 million in career earnings. He will go over the $300,000 mark this year by taking this victory.
He'll follow Benny Parsons off turn 4 for the second time this year. Dale Earnhardt accepts the checkered flag from Harold Kinder. Sterling Marlin finishes second, and the celebrating in the...
This is the last lap of the race, and Elliott is trying to pull alongside. Cannot do it. They've got leg speed to go around there in turn number 1. They go into the 36 degrees of banking on the second turn, down the backstretch now for the final time. It is still Dale Earnhardt leading Bill Elliott into turn number 3. Elliott will make a final bid, but it's not going to work. Dale Earnhardt wins the Busch 500. Bill Elliott finishes in second position, and Jeff Bodine, I believe.
Number 4, the white flag is out. 1 more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt from Kannapolis, North Carolina. There is the interval between himself and Mark Martin. And Martin, for the moment, does not have a challenge from Ken Schrader and is going to be able to maintain that second spot, it would appear. Now, less than a half lap to go. Earnhardt sets the car into turn number 3 for the final time, keeping it low on the racetrack down near that white line. He comes off of corner number 4. The fans cheer, and Dale Earnhardt has won the Budweiser 500. Terry Labonte finishes, Mark Martin finishes second, and Ken Schrader is third. With Terry Labonte. Unfortunately, Darrell Waltrip did not have a good day. The white flag comes out, and we are on the final lap of the 1989 version of the Heinz Southern 500. Dale Earnhardt from Kannapolis, North Carolina, now has just about 1 half lap to go before he becomes a 2-time winner of this great event. Earnhardt in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet takes the car to the middle of the racetrack in turns number 3 and 4. He comes off of corner number 4 looking for the checkered flag. The fans are on their feet. He waves to them. The checkered flag is out, and Earnhardt wins the Southern 500. And the Richard Childress crew celebrates. There's Richard Childress on the white flag from Harold Kinder. 1 more lap to go. Can Mark Martin pull off the win, or is Dale Earnhardt going to hold him off? They move both low into turns 1 and 2. Mark Martin within a car length now as they go down the backstretch. He'll have to make the move soon if he's going to do it. He's still about a car length behind. They move into the 3rd and 4th corners. Dale Earnhardt has things in hand. Here they come off the 4th corner. A little bit of smoke from Mark Martin's car, but he's not going to do it. Dale Earnhardt wins the Peak Performance 500 with Mark Martin finishing.
Next time around, the white flag will be displayed to Dale Earnhardt.
Rusty last year, remember how anguished he was at losing the championship by 24 points. If Dale Earnhardt is going to lose by about 9 or 12. White flag.
1 more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt.
And Rusty Wallace.
And Rusty Wallace in his bid to become the 1989 Winston Cup champion. He is about to put his name in the record books among the greats. Buck Baker, Lee Petty, Joe Weatherly, Ned Jarrett, David Pearson, Bobby Isaac, Benny Parsons, Cale Yarborough, Richard Petty, Bobby Allison, Terry Labonte, Darrell Waltrip, Dale Earnhardt, and Bill Elliott. Here comes the checkered flag. There's the end of the race. Dale Earnhardt wins the Atlanta Journal 500. But
2 laps to go in this race. Green flag is out. Can Shepard hold on? They stay above Kulwicki. Shepard tries to get around him. Earnhardt sees the opening on the inside and forges his way past. Earnhardt picks up the lead. Shepard drops into 2nd place. They split Alan Kulwicki as they came off of 2. Earnhardt now has the lead of the race. Shepard closes
goes. Shepard's not going to give this one up.
Fabulous move, Paul. Good gamble.
White flag will come out to Dale Earnhardt as they come around. He's on the home stretch now. He sees the white flag, pulls away a little bit from Shepard. On to the final lap. Can Earnhardt hold on? Can Shepard hold on to his position? Earnhardt out in front. They come to the backstretch. The final mile is 500. Earnhardt was here at Daytona. It didn't work. Will it work today? He works his way through 3 on to turn 4. The Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt now begins to wind up for the final time. And Earnhardt picks up the checkered flag as everybody scrambles in a battle across the line to finish.
And the white flag waves by Harold Kinder. One more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt. He keeps the advantage over Mark Martin, about 2.5, maybe 3 car lengths down the backstretch. There's now just 1/2 lap to go. Mark Martin trying everything he can to pull off a victory here this afternoon, but it looks as if he's going to come up short. Here comes Dale Earnhardt down off the banking. On the main straightaway, Dale Earnhardt wins the Trans-South 500.
Stock car race.
Here it is. One more lap to go. Will it be Earnhardt or will it be Greg Sachs? Let's follow him around and see what happens.
Earnhardt keeps a rod down on the bottom of the racetrack. Sachs backed up to get a good run off the second corner, Ned. Yep, didn't back up too much. I think he did because Earnhardt saw that move. Look, Earnhardt all the way down, almost in the grass. Drafted Bill Elliott just to get a little bit of help there.
Don't think Greg Sachs is going to be able to do it. He does close in just a little bit and comes within a car length.
It's a long way from the 4th turn down to the start-finish line, though.
It is a long way. Here we are. They come out of the 33 degrees of banking onto the tri-oval, banked at 18 degrees. Still, Greg Sachs runs behind Dale Earnhardt. Sachs looks to the inside. Is he going to be able to do it? He now looks to the outside. They cross the line. No, it's Dale Earnhardt winning the Winston 500, and Greg Sachs with a beautiful battle in second position.
Win number 1. It's down to this. White flag is out. Last lap, 4 cars under the flag. Going into turn number 1. Ernie Irvan peels off, tries to move below number 3. Right there is Dale Earnhardt, trying to win this race for the second time.
Earnhart's car is strong coming off of the low grooves, drifting up into the turn, so he'll drive her low going into turn 3.
Final turns, final lap. This is it. $680,000 at stake. The Michigan 400. Earnhardt in front with that Chevrolet. The Oldsmobile in second. 2 Fords right behind them coming to the flag. Checkers about to be extended. And this Michigan 400 belongs to Dale Earnhardt. His second win in this race.
Be departing Daytona International Speedway almost immediately because he has to go to Cleveland, Ohio for an IROC race. Now he moves off the second corner and down the backstretch. Look at Bobby Hillin passing Dale Jarrett, and here comes Harry Gant passing Dale also.
Apparently the new tires they took on have paid off. Jarrett was running 6, now he drops back to 8.
Earnhardt moves safely through that area that he had the problem in during the Daytona 500. He appears to be on his way to victory for the first time in his career at Daytona. Earnhardt brings it down through the tri-oval. There's the checkered flag, and Dale Earnhardt wins the Pepsi 400.
Alan Kowicki is second. Ken Schrader third. Terry Labonte.
You're right.
Mark Martin back at 10. This is it to decide it all, and it's another Talladega finish. Unbelievable, the racing we get here. Through turn 1, Earnhardt in front. Elliott closing just a little.
He's going to have to close a lot, Ken. He'll have to do it better than he's doing it right now if he's going to pass Earnhardt before he gets back to the start-finish line.
Trims a car length.
Elliott's foot absolutely quivering now on the foot on the gas pedal. I think he's pressing it just like he is.
Gets another half car length. Falls back half a car length. Out of 4. Here they come for the finish. This is it. To the side.
Yellow flag is out along with the checker flag about to come out.
Racing to the line. Checkers about to be unfurled. As they come down through, dropping through, it'll be car number 3. Earnhardt has done it again.
Denmark in his 13th annual. White flag for Dale Earnhardt.
And happy birthday to Joshua Goldberg, the son of our producer, who celebrates a birthday on the same day that I do. 1 year old Joshua will be on Tuesday, and Dale Earnhardt is on his final lap in the Southern 500.
He can tiptoe through 3 and 4.
Looking to become the win this race for the second consecutive year. He is in turn number 4 now. Dale Earnhardt brings the car off the banking. Here's the checkered flag, and Dale Earnhardt wins the Southern 500 for 1990. And the Richard Childress, Kurt Shelburne.
He hasn't got a flat chance today, but trying to keep another car in contention out here today. White flag is out. Final lap is underway. Earnhardt is in the lead. Martin is in second spot. Go down through the first and second turn for the last time. This is to decide it all. Earnhardt in the number 3, going into turn number 3. Down for the finish. Mark Martin in that second spot on the bottom of the racetrack. They are across the line, and the checker falls, and it's win number 8 of 1990 for Dale Earnhardt.
White flag is out for our leader, Dale Earnhardt.
Final lap for Dale Earnhardt as the Goodwin Chevrolet goes hustling off into turn 1. They have got to be smiling in the Goodwrench pits if they can just hold on for about 3/4 of a mile. Where is Mark Martin? There's Earnhardt. Martin, well, there he is, trying to hold on. He's still being shown in the 9th spot. Not quite going to do it as he's trying to catch Ernie Irvan.
Terry Labonte blew an engine across the start-finish line as he got the white flag.
And Dale Earnhardt will come out of turn 4 and take the checkered flag to win the Checker 500. Earnhardt's Goodwrench crew celebrating. There's Richard Childress.
Mark Martin crashes down in turn 1.
But they had got the checkered flag already, and he ran down there, and there was nothing but smoke and sun in front of those drivers after Terry Labonte blew, and Mark Martin was trying to pass a car for a position, getting across the start-finish line, and could not get it stopped as he got into a couple of people. It was from Terry.
There, knocking on the door. To the stripe. White flag is out. Rudd goes to the inside. Makes his move. Ricky Rudd of that Waddell Wilson power. Here comes Earnhardt back on the outside. Ricky Rudd hangs her low. Wallace looking on from about 4 car lengths back straight away. Earnhardt has the advantage into 3. Stays high. Here comes Rudd. One more try. Pulls up on the inside. Down they come to the line. It will be Earnhardt's 49th Winston Cup win by less than a car length over Ricky Rudd.
White flag this time.
One more lap around this half-mile racetrack at Martinsville, Virginia for Dale Earnhardt, looking for his 50th career Winston Cup win. The tremendous crowd on hand this afternoon is on its feet. They're cheering for Dale as he brings the Goodwrench Chevrolet off of turn number 4, heads for the checkered flag, and there it is. Dale Earnhardt wins at Martinsville.
Underway. Earnhardt looking for his 51st win, his 29th Super Speedway win. Can he stay there? Here's Elliott in the 9. Chevy in front. Ford in second. Ford in third. Chevrolet in fourth. At 195 miles an hour, they approach the 3rd and 4th turn for the final time. Dale Earnhardt just shovels it in. Turns it sideways, feels that car just begin to lift under him a little, and he pulls away by a car length. Here come the Fords, closing on the outside. Mark Martin now trying to help Bill Elliott. As they close, here they come to the trioval. The final few moments of the race. Here's Elliott coming up to the high side. He's not going to make it. He comes to the inside. He's pulled a throw to the inside that did not work. It was too late. Dale Earnhardt.
In his career, white flag is out for Dale Earnhardt. Gant maintains second, followed closely by Morgan Shepherd. The question now is Harry going to be able to hang on for second spot as Earnhardt is at the end of the backstretch? Earnhardt brings the car off of corner number 4. Dale Earnhardt wins the Tyson Holly Farms 400. Gant does finish second, followed by Morgan Shepherd, Davey Allison, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, and Brett Bodine.
Final lap is underway. Irvan settles down in 1. He's got one more shot to take.
It's Dale Earnhardt in front. Remember what happened to Earnhardt just a week ago on Saturday night with $300,000 at stake when he came to turn 3. He drives away by 3-car lengths.
Got a good lead. He got a good jump off that corner. That was Dale's end. This is the end for number 4, Ernie Irvin. He's better in this corner, but it looks like he drove it in there. The car got up a little high.
Down to finish the 33rd annual Coca-Cola 600, and by 3-4-car lengths.
Dale, more lap to go for Dale Earnhardt, and he'll record his first victory since Charlotte last year.
May of Charlotte. That's a long time ago, wasn't it? Final lap. And I tell you what, he said, baby, hang on. I know he is. Because the team that is as accustomed to winning as Dale Earnhardt, Richard Childress, and all this crew, last May was a long time ago.
The 54th win of his illustrious career in Winston Cup competition. Here is Dale Earnhardt winning the Trans-South Financial 500. Mark Martin finishes in second position.
What happened? 1 to go.
White flag is down. 1 to go. 145, 430 mile-an-hour average. It's just about a tenth better for a new record if they can stay with it. We watch this battle further back in the field. That's third spot in jeopardy. Out in front is Earnhardt sailing away toward his third Coca-Cola victory. Here to the inside comes the 18. Down the line comes the 3. They're side by side in a battle further back in the field for third. Back to the line comes Earnhardt to win it. Across in second will be Gordon. Here they are for third. At the stripe, it will be Jarrett.
Coming down for the white flag.
Last lap.
Look how close.
Earnhart might just be doing that. Knowing him, he probably got a big grin on his face. He says, they think you're catching me. Watch this.
Back straightaway for the final time. 2 Chevys and a Ford. Earnhardt, Jarrett, and Allison. And as they come off turn 4, Dale Earnhardt notches his 56th career Winston Cup victory, his third at Dover Downs.
1 lap to go. Okay, who has what?
Earnhardt wonders how much this freighter has.
It's time to show your stuff, if you have any. Jeff Gordon looking to the high side of Sterling Marlin in 4th position. Rudd is in 5th. Earnhardt hangs on to the lead as Gordon drives up right on the back bumper of Sterling Marlin.
Oh, here comes Sterling. Schrader on the outside, Sterling on the inside.
Just ran out of racetrack, didn't have enough racetrack on the inside to make the move on Earnhardt and had to slide up behind him. That could give Dale the advantage and the win, as a matter of fact. Here they come off the 4th corner. Schrader and Marlin are side by side. Dale Earnhardt is going to win the Pepsi 400, and for second it is Marlin, just inches over Ken Schrader with Ricky Rudd.
It is a Kowicki lap that's being turned by Dale Earnhardt live here at Pocono right now. And there you see the battle flag of another car. As the race came to conclusion, we saw Rusty Wallace carry a 28 flag down here for a moment, and he threw it over. It was a smaller flag than this, and he went back to the garage area. And one of the mechanics, Smith, from car number 3, leading this team in prayer to the memory of a fallen comrade. And then, moments ago, they sent Dale Earnhardt on his way, on his victory lap today, in memory of Davey Allison.
All right, number 1.
These pictures are coming to you live from Pocono International Raceway, where Dale Earnhardt has just recorded his 5th Winston Cup win of the season, and he's not forgetting anyone.
Flag coming out this lap. There's Kyle Petty up there. He's the strongest guy in that bunch. Looks like there's a chance to run on Earnhardt. And there he goes to the inside.
Final lap. Kyle dropped to the bottom. Irvin goes up on top. Kyle pushes it hard.
I guarantee Irvin's going to go 3 wide to the bottom with Jarrett. There's that bottom lane open for him.
All right, this is the run for the money. Last lap. Irvin there on the inside. Earnhardt on the outside. Kyle looks him over.
Who's going to help this? Which one does Kyle Petty get behind? Whoever he gets behind's got a shot to win this race. And there comes a 6. He's going to enter into it.
Mark Martin with a good, solid run. He might be able to dip under both of them, or all three of them coming off that.
About 5 seconds to pay dirt. Here they come. Irvin on the inside.
That shortcut on the inside is going to be of some help.
As they come to the line, dead even.
I don't know. I think
looks like the 3.
I think Earnhardt won the race. It was awfully close.
Or is this Talladega? Do we do this every time we race up here?
Isn't that something?
The sheet metal missing. Schrader.
White flag for Dale Earnhardt.
1 to go. The fans here on the main straightaway, at least, are on their feet, waving their black GM Goodwrench hats and saluting the champion of the Trans-South Financial 400 for 1994. His 60th career win in NASCAR Winston Cup competition, still ranked 6th in all-time victories. Here is Dale Earnhardt taking the checkered flag and winning the Trans-South Financial 400. Cecil Gordon. Earnhardt gets the white flag. He's got a half mile to go until he records another victory and moves into the points lead for 1994. Dale Earnhardt wins his 24th short track race in his career. There is the checkered flag, and he's done it. And the pit crew and 2.6-mile Talladega Superspeedway. It is Earnhardt, Michael Waltrip, and Ken Schrader running first, second, and third, and then Ernie Irvin. And behind Irvin, a tremendous battle for position involving several cars. Irvin sneaks up on Ken Schrader.
Well, he had him a run going, and Michael Waltrip tried to go by Earnhardt. Earnhardt made the track awfully wide, and he suspected he would do. Here comes Ernie.
Ernie to the inside. He's got second. Now sets his sights on Dale Earnhardt as the cars approach corner number 4. They come into the tri-oval. Let's just listen and see who wins the Winston Select 500.
Just as they enter the corner there, he just cannot stay down like Earnhardt. White flag. Boy, oh boy. No matter who wins, I'm telling you, that's the drive of the year right there by Rick Mast to come back from such a wreck and just pull down on Dale Earnhardt like he's doing right now. Now that's Earnhardt's play right there. He does that.
Here comes Mast right to the bumper, slides it sideways, and Earnhardt holds him off to win the race and knock down his 7th Winston Cup championship.
David Pearson, he's got a little bit of you in him.
Looking for the white flag. One more lap to go in the first Union 400, and Dale Earnhardt will rack up his first victory of 1995 and extend his points lead over Sterling Marlin, who is running in 7th position, a lap down. Earnhardt now off of corner number 3, corner number 4, and Dale Earnhardt has won his first of 1995, extending his streak of winning at least one race every year over the last 14 years. Meanwhile, Dale Earnhardt now has the lead of the Kmart Supermarket 300. Mark Martin back on pace, is within a car length or so. Jeff Gordon runs third, then Rudd and Labonte.
Here's Earnhardt coming into turn 7 for the last time. He's going to come in a little bit easier this time than he's been coming. Martin will close in on him. Gordon closes in on Martin. Martin gets right up with car length. But Earnhardt, going through here easy, was able to accelerate off that turn. That's exactly what he wanted to do. Keep the car in as straight a line as he possibly could, because he knows it's going to be tough to pass down through here. The only problem he has now, Benny, is down there at Hughes. Turn 11, that's right. That's what Mark Martin's only hope is, to outbreak Dale Earnhardt in turn 11. But Earnhardt has been getting down the corner a little bit better than Mark. Here they come. Earnhardt comes down in the corner. Mark down in the corner.
They come through the corner, and for
for the first time in his NASCAR Winston Cup career, Dale Earnhardt wins on a road course. There's a checkered flag. He beats Mark by about 3 car lengths. Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, Kerry Labonte, and Ted Musgrave are following.
Poised in the starter stand with the white flag indicating 1 lap to go. There it is. 2.5 miles to race in the second Brickyard 400. And Dale Jarrett takes a look to the inside of Rusty Wallace for second. And Dale Earnhardt would love to see that, because as long as those two are battling side by side, it gives Earnhardt a little bit of an advantage. They go through the second corner quickly, and now they're on to the backstretch for the final time in 1995 at Indianapolis. And the interval remains about the same. About 7 or 8 car lengths. Dale Earnhardt in command of the Brickyard 400 as he enters turn number 3. And there is no battle at the moment for second position, as Dale Jarrett has settled back behind Rusty Wallace. And now for the final time, they come through corner number 4. Dale Earnhardt enters the straightaway and looks for the checkered flag this time. And he sees it. Dale Earnhardt has won the second Brickyard 400. Goodrich crew celebrates Dale Earnhardt's 66th victory in NASCAR Winston Cup.
Earnhardt comes off corner number 4. He wins the Goodies 500, and for second place it's Terry Labonte. And Bobby Hamilton will finish in 4th spot. Jeff Bodine
in the contest. Here comes Dale Earnhardt down. The white flag is showing. And 1 lap to go for Dale Earnhardt, and Victory Lane is a mob scene down there, as Earnhardt will be there within just a few minutes.
There's no room for him to get in there.
I'm sure they will find some room. Now he's a half a lap away from victory. His 5th win of 1995, 68th career win, 42nd on the super speedways. It's his 7th win here in Atlanta. It ties him with Cale Yarborough for the most wins. Dale Earnhardt wins the 1995 season finale at Atlanta Motor Speedway, the Napa 500. But the championship goes to Jeff.
In 1994, the October event to end under caution. Of course, the ongoing question, you hate to see it. Would anybody have caught Earnhardt anyway? I kind of doubt it, but you'd like to have seen him get a chance. Checkered flag in the air for Dale Earnhardt. And the GM Goodwrench Racing
over Dale Earnhardt. There's the white flag.
Earnhardt will be the first 2-time winner of 1996. Winning the race at Rockingham, and now here in Atlanta, if he can just make it back. And I don't see any sign that he won't make it back.
Just got a half a lap to go now as he takes the car in corner number 3 for the final time. Now it's rolling onto the straightaway. Here is Dale Earnhardt taking the checkered flag and winning the Pure Leader 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Career victory number 70.
Is they run. But Earnhardt has a benefit. There's a slow car up ahead.
And there's trouble coming off of turn 2. Some cars get strangled. It might be this. Whoever gets back to the start-finish line, they'll get the white and the yellow together.
Lake Speed and John Andretti tangle as the leaders head for turn number 3. Andretti and Spencer got together.
This could be the Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte goes to the outside.
Labonte up high. Earnhardt uses the lap car of Rick Bass as a pick. 20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. Dale Earnhardt will come to the caution flag to win the Daytona 500. Finally, the most anticipated moment in racing. If John Elway can win the Super Bowl, Dale Earnhardt said he could win the Daytona 500. And if he comes around under caution to complete this final lap, the taste of long-awaited victory will be his.
Wow, what a drive by Dale Earnhardt, doing everything he had to do today.
Bobby Labonte saying, boy, I needed that last lap.
At the top of the show, you saw the steely eyes of Dale Earnhardt. I'll bet they'll be tearful when he pulls into victory lane.
Let me tell you, it'll make the strongest man on earth cry when you win this race. It's special.
Bobby Labonte comes across the line to the caution flag in 2nd. Jeremy Mayfield's forward 3rd. Kenny Schrader with a shot at that $2 million bonus, as did Bobby Labonte. Checkered flag. Dale Earnhardt finally is a champion of the Daytona 500. Larry McReynolds, for the second time in this great race, will go to victory lane, once with the late Davey Allison and today with Earnhardt.
Left to go. One more tour on the 2.66-mile tri-oval at Talladega. The first three cars are running together, and then the big shuffle is on for positions back of that. It's Dale Earnhardt, Dale Jarrett, and Mark Martin, first, second, and third. Then Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart. And look at the shuffle behind that.
Man, I'd rather be up there in that top three, too. Here comes Jerry Nadeau on the inside of Schrader. It's got to be a battle for about the 7th or 8th position. Meanwhile, here's the lead.
Will there be any position changes here as they come off of the banking and into the tri-oval for the final time? Is it going to be Earnhardt? Is it going to be Jarrett? Is it going to be Mark Martin? They get closer to the line. It's going to be Dale Earnhardt winning the Die-Hard 500. The margin of victory unofficially 14/100ths of a second. And the third corner, he gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to...
Oh, and Earnhardt spins him out.
Oh, man.
And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
And Jimmy Spencer ran second. Wow. Bristol.
Will be settled in 2.66 miles from now. Earnhardt, Jarrett, Ward Burton is there, Rudd is there.
Somebody's awfully high down in the corner. Meanwhile, the two cars break out. Dale Jarrett, Dale Earnhardt. Right now, I have in reverse. Earnhardt is in front.
Half a lap from the conclusion of the Winston 500. The conga line. Earnhardt moves to the inside, the outside. Jarrett's got drafting help from Ward Burton. Jarrett has to make a move. Here comes Burton. Ward Burton, two car lengths back, a car length back. Now watch for Jarrett to try to get to the inside. Final turn, they head for the tri-oval. Earnhardt, here comes Jarrett, here comes Burton. Earnhardt blocks the way. And Dale Earnhardt will win the Winston 500. Jarrett finishes second, Ricky Rudd third, Ward Burton fourth, and the celebration begins from 20
laps to go. Labonte has the good run here in the quad oval. He took a look to the inside, couldn't make the move. He'll head for the top side of the racetrack in turns 1 and 2, but Dale Earnhardt maintains the lead down the backstretch for the final time. Labonte right on the rear spoiler.
And Earnhardt goes in high. That's going to leave some room for Labonte on the bottom.
Here comes Bobby Labonte making a charge. They come toward the line. Who will it be? It is going to be...
I don't know.
I don't either.
Will look like Earnhardt just by a little bit.
That was one of the closest finishes in the history of NASCAR.
Richard Childress, both his cars running 1-2 as he comes for the white flag.
Oh, Earnhardt loose. Dale Jr. down on the inside, but he's bringing it back in.
He's on the apron of the racetrack, Ned.
He saves the race car up almost against Bobby Labonte. Dale Earnhardt Sr. has come from 17th spot in 4 laps to lead it on the final lap.
But Kenny Wallace is in second spot, followed by
his teammate
Joe Nemechek.
Nemechek was the pole sitter, and Kenny Wallace has likewise never won a Winston Cup race. 3 Chevrolets on the final lap at Talladega. $2.7 million and $1 million bonus for Dale Earnhardt if he can hang on. The no ball 5 contender, Mr. Restricted Place, Dale Earnhardt comes down and will take his 10th career victory at Talladega in the Winston 500.
A crash as the team across the start-finish line.
And cars slipping and sliding everywhere across the racetrack.
There he goes. One to go.
The white flag wave, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Tell you what, if he can just make it, if he can make it at turn 3 and 4, he can coast.
Now Kyle Busch just went to the outside of the 78 to take over second place. If the 3 runs out of fuel, he'll be the winner.
That 3's got it made. He's down on the bottom, coming around turns 3 and 4.
But he's got to get there. On fumes, Austin Dillon wins at Charlotte for Richard Childress Racing, Dow and Chevrolet.
Wow.
And look at new crew chief Justin Alexander gets swarmed by his crew. From the checkered flag in the Daytona 500.
Well, he did what his crew chief told him. You got to lead. Hang on to it.
Yeah, he's just got to keep those two side by side behind him. Keep working those lanes. I like the inside lane in the corner, the outside lane on the straightaways. It's going to be a big push coming on the top lane.
Both of them. Momentum the same both lanes.
Boy, this is going to take
to the top lane.
Going to have to be quick. Going to have to be quick.
Almirola up to cover. Dillon, where will
Dillon's
he go?
Going to get there.
Oh, into Almirola. Around he goes.
Good.
Hang on to it, bud. Hang on to it.
And here it comes with the number 3 20 years ago. 20 years of trying for Earnhardt. He won the Daytona 500. Austin Dillon wins the 60th running of the Great American Race.
Got a car wrecked here. I think that's Hamlin.
One more time around. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
That 22 and 18 side by side, that's the best thing that can happen for Austin Dillon. No momentum comes from that 18 or 22, pushing that 8 car back up to the 3.
He wants to take away the draft from the rest of the crew, from everybody behind him. His son, Ace, born about a month ago. He'll be cheering for Dad. He's going to win at Texas. Austin Dillon gets the win.
Back to victory lane. Let's go.
There we go, to the outside. No, got blocked by the 77. Now a big push coming.
1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Austin Dillon out in front. He could be the guy who wins his way into the playoffs in the final race of the regular season. He has his teammate, Tyler Reddick, who's locked into the playoffs already, right behind him. Less than a half a lap to go. Cody Ware running in that 3rd spot.
Here comes Cindric in the 2. Keep an eye on him. I don't know if he has enough time.
And he doesn't have help anymore. It has dropped off as they come out of turn number 4. Martin Truex Jr. trying to fight back up